Singapore. 남자입니다. 네, 안녕하세요, 여러분들, and good night and good morning to everybody. Welcome to my morning live stream again. So, in this live stream, basically, I take you guys to different cafes every single morning here in Istanbul for a nice coffee and chit chat for 1 hour. Okay, just to talk about my experiences in life, my experiences here in Istanbul, telling you guys what and things are like here, as well as interesting stories over my about 20 years away from home, living in various different countries. And good morning, Andy. And so today I am in a, but today rather than a cafe, I'm here in a park with a coffee in my hand. This is a beautiful mosque park. As you can see, it's a beautiful because it's got all the autumn trees. Let's flip the camera and take a look. Got all the autumn leaves. Oh yeah, Andy, you're the first. You always used to be the first, yeah? You see, it's a very beautiful mosque. You see, mosque here in Istanbul typically comes with a park like this as well, where people actually walk their dogs, rest, relax. Very beautiful place. And today I'm just here in a park, having coffee in a park rather than in a cafe. Really just to enjoy the nature a little bit more, you know. See the surrounding here. This is a university here. Get it, University, whatever get it means. Go get it. And it's beautiful autumn leaves. Oh, good morning, Shawn. Good morning, welcome back. Every morning I see the same names. They're very nice. Always very nice to see all the same names. So I'll do a walk around of this park and the mosque after we get more people. But I realized that every time I introduce the place in too much detail, and later on you guys starts coming, and then I have to do it all over again. But for those of you who are wondering, today I'm in a park here. Very beautiful autumn morning, cloudy. To me, beautiful means cloudy and hazy, no sun. To me, beautiful day doesn't mean bright sunny day, because I am an anti-aging vampire. Yeah, just a change of pace today, you know. Like every day I go to a new cafe, but suddenly just now I was taking a video here, my video for today talking about how to rebound from failure, and I wanted to take it here, and then I realized, and then I thought to myself, this place is so nice. Why don't I just do the stream here as well? So here I am. I went to the cafe. This mosque, you guys have seen it like 2 weeks ago when I streamed from here. I streamed from one of the cafes here. Here. I streamed from here with the mosque in the background. You guys remember? So I was in that cafe with this beautiful mosque in the background. I think 2 weeks ago. And today I'm in the compounds of the mosque itself, where there is a park. Good morning, Tressa. So if you guys want a more detailed tour of this mosque and the premises, stay tuned. I probably do it around the halfway mark, where I usually get most people. So beautiful. Even in the middle of the city here, you can hear birds chirping. You can hear? Chit, 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 chit. You can hear? Can you hear? Chit, chit, chit. There. Chit, 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 chit. Autumn mornings is so beautiful. You know, I can never have enough of autumns. In my life, this is my 20th or 21st autumn. I can never get enough. I can never get enough 4 seasons. You know, in yesterday's chat, Oh yeah, this is a mosque. It's a mosque here, that's why it feels very peaceful. But in yesterday's chat, some of you were asking me, like, what's the difference between what do I feel is the difference between living in Singapore and Istanbul? I would say not just Istanbul. I think the main difference for me between living in Singapore and every other country I've ever lived in is just this: 4 seasons. You guys, I don't know if you notice or not, but I stick to 4 season countries only, 4 season cities. Yeah, even in 4 season countries, I don't go to their cities where there's no 4 season, like Miami, California. Yeah, I stick to 4 seasons. 4 seasons, 4 clear seasons, to me is is probably 90% the reason why I chose to leave Singapore. Since young, a lot of, since yesterday, I really love this autumn leaves. Since I was young, right, I kept watching on television. Wow, 4 seasons, so beautiful. Back in those days when I was young, 30, 40 years ago, right, traveling was expensive. Traveling is what very rich people do. So when I was young, I never got to travel. When I was little, my parents never brought us anywhere except maybe Malaysia, but never to any 4 season country. So when I was young, my only experience with 4 seasons is on television, and then I see how beautiful autumn is. I see how beautiful the snow is, all on TV only. Not even internet. Back then there was no internet. That's how old Limpeh is. I was born and grew up in an era where there's no internet. And I almost grew up, when I was born, I grew up in an era where there's no colored TV. Where colored TV is still a rare thing. When I was really young, I was still watching black and white TV and listening to Rediffusion. Okay, that is how old Limpeh is and why people come to me for anti-aging. So, back when I was young, there wasn't even internet. There wasn't even mobile phone. Mobile phone was not even invented yet when I was young. Okay, not even the brick, that first generation. No, not even that. That wasn't. Okay, hell, there wasn't even push button phones when I was young. When I was young, I was using war phones with the circular dial thing. The crank phones I was using when I was young. Okay, I am very old. But okay, back to the topic is this. So since I was young, I really, really yin for 4 seasons. It became an obsession. 진짜 집착이야. 진짜 집착이야. 집착이 됐어. I want so badly to live in a country, in places with 4 seasons. And I've always worked myself towards that goal. And here I am, living my probably my whole adult life. The 2/3 of my adult life now. Actually, I could say I 2/3. Okay, 2/3 of my adult life in 4 seasons right now. So yeah, this is the whole story. How and why I chose to leave Singapore, and what I feel is the biggest difference between living in Singapore and living in every other country that I've ever lived in. Honestly, in the end of the day, for me, it's just the 4 seasons. And if you just joined my live stream, good morning, good night. This is Tesvikiye Kami, a beautiful mosque in Istanbul with a park. During summertime, this is a pond. And 2 weeks ago, I actually streamed from this cafe here. This cafe here, with this majestic looking mosque in the background. Yeah, I wonder if you guys still remember. And so today I came into the mosque itself, into the park itself with a coffee to do today's stream. So today, instead of going to a cafe, we're here in the mosque. Mosque in Turkey are not called mosques. Mosque in Turkey is called kami. It's not mosque. If you say mosque, I kind of doubt people will understand what you're saying, because really it's just called kami. And let's take a look around the premise. So beautiful. And you don't have to be Muslim to come. I experienced an extremely inclusive style of Islam here in Istanbul, you know, because you go to any mosque, you can even join the prayer, whether or not you're of the Islamic faith. Yeah, very inclusive. They don't chase you away as long as you don't break rules like shouting on top of your voice, walking in with your shoes, stuff like. And as long as you stick to the rules, they don't chase you away. They're not like all exclusive, you know. My friends here in Istanbul have brought me to many mosques before. It's so beautiful. Mosque on hilltops, mosque here, mosque there. There's mosque like of course, like here we call it kami. There's a kami every kilometer or so, I would say. And therefore during the Nazam time, which is the Quran reading time, wow, you hear like orchestra. The Quran reading just comes up all around you like an orchestra. See, this is the Pesvikia Kami. Pesvikia Kami. Do you know this is one minaret? If you see big mosques like Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque, they will have 4 to 6 minaret. Do you know what this minaret actually means? There's a meaning, you know. One minaret, one tower like this means this is actually sponsored and built by merchant people or the local community people. The more minaret the mosque has, the more prominent are the people who built them. And if you are a sultan, you will have 6 minarets. Yeah. So if a sultan built a mosque like Blue Mosque, you have 6 minarets. Yes. This is what the number of these minarets in a kami actually mean. Very few people know this. I know this from a tour guide. Actually, when I first came to Istanbul, I did engage a tour guide to bring me around some areas to understand what's going on. Yeah. Shawn, tuning to your autumn live stream while on reservist. Reservist. What do you do for reservist? And for those of you who just joined my live stream, this is Limpeh's morning coffee chat, where every morning I bring you guys to a different cafe here in Istanbul, sit down and talk about life and experiences. But today I kind of change it up and come to this very beautiful mosque with a very beautiful park here behind. This park, a lot of locals come here to walk their dogs actually. Yes, Muslims here have dogs. Yeah. I actually asked them why. How are you able to have dogs? And they said Prophet Muhammad had a dog. So what's the problem with having dogs? So dogs. So people here in this part of Istanbul have so many dogs. The most popular dog I see here in Istanbul is Golden Retriever / Labrador, with Jack Russells being a close second. And then about pit bulls. Pit bulls are third. You know, pit bulls here are so gentle. It's so beautiful, yeah. Autumn morning, so beautiful. And here in this corner of the park, you see, during summertime, this is actually a pond and a fountain. No, very beautiful. In this corner of the park, you see the Japanese maple. It's the only one I see in the whole Istanbul. Honestly, this is the first time I see this here. This maple you get everywhere in Kyoto, everywhere in Tokyo. So in Kyoto and in Tokyo, when it comes autumn time, everywhere is blood red like this because of this maple. This is the only one I see here in Istanbul so far. Very interesting. I'm gonna get myself a seat and let's talk sing song. Shawn, a little training, IPPT and parade. My final reserve is Pang Kang Liao. Oh, final reserve is so 10 cycles is gone. Wow, Puropta. Envy you, I envy you. I still have 4 more years on my obligation because I'm an officer. So I have reservists up to 50 years old. So I have 4 more years. There's no way you can do 10 cycles in 4 years, right? So yeah, like why don't Don't they let me pangkang right now? I don't understand. Because of this reservist, right? I honestly don't have real freedom everywhere in the world. Every year, see, you guys don't understand this. For those of you guys who are not Singaporeans, now, I used to be in the Singapore military. I was a Navy officer for 7 years. And for all Singaporean men, when you leave the military, you don't actually really leave the military. You're still part of the military. And you're expected to go back to military for training like once a year kind of thing, you know. Now the problem is this. This means that if you want to live overseas or work overseas, every single year you have to get approval from the military. And I have been doing that for the past 20 years. Every single year, I have to come up with all kinds of documents to justify why I'm either studying or working overseas. Yes, I am working here in Istanbul as a consultant for a textile company. Okay. If you are from CMPB, I have documentation. I have proper visa as well. I'm not on tourist visa. Shawn, oh, officer is no longer. Oh, officer is no longer commitment. What do you mean? What do you mean? Shawn, you mean as an officer I don't have to do this anymore? They changed the thing. Did they change the policy? Hey, let me know, please. If they change the policy, this affects my life big time. You know, for the moment the military stop pestering me is the moment I really enjoy freedom overseas. Like right now, I don't feel free overseas, you know. I still feel like a dog on a leash, honestly. I feel like a dog on a leash. Every year I feel it. Every year I feel the Singapore military pull on my leash. Every year. Oh, good morning, Alfaiz. Mashallah. Today I'm in a nice kami. Tesvikia kami. Shawn, no, I mean longer commitment than the rest. Yeah, I don't even understand why is that so. Wow. Kami. Assalamualaikum. Assalamualaikum. Faiz, Alfaiz. Beautiful, yeah, this park. This, you know, I should tone down because in a mosque we should not talk loudly like this. I need to tone down a little bit. You guys know why I talk loudly, right? Because I can't hear myself. That's the problem. I'm hard of hearing. From the Navy, yes, thanks to the Navy. Thanks to the Navy, man. The engine rooms, the divings. Oh. Alfaiz. Welcome, assalam. This is a beautiful, beautiful mosque. Alfaiz, if you remember, 2 weeks ago I was streaming from that cafe there, which looks with this mosque in the background, so beautiful. And today, because autumn's so beautiful, in this park, I moved the streaming into the mosque itself. You see, this tree is very interesting. This, what do you call this? A pine? A fern? Very interesting looking. My favorite is this karosu. In Seoul, karosu gil. It's this tree on both sides, karosu gil. This kind of tree. This kind of tree is the most beautiful during autumn because it's bright golden yellow during autumn. In karosu gil. Karosu. Karosu, da 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 okay, da da imanai, da 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 이렇게도 아름다운 세상 잊지 않을게 사랑한 얘기 지난 가로수. Yeah, karosu. Is this tree? That's the song. 이제미 그 향기가 나는데 나태가 지난 가로수 그날미 그 향기가 나는데 I have a really small coffee today here. So 100% this coffee is not gonna last me throughout this entire streaming. And today, I came to this park actually to make a video. Yesterday I was so disappointed. I had so much fun and to make that video about how cats survive winter and autumn here in Istanbul. But that video was so unpopular. It was like the least unpopular video in 2 months. But I love those cats so much. So cute. Why is that video so unpopular? But anyways, my video today is part 9 of the success series, where I talk about, I've been talking about how to get to success. Now, today's video talk about failure, talk about how to rebound from failure, and some advice that I gave to a friend before about how to rebound from failure, and I see how he put that into action and really see changes. So those are coming up in today's video on how to rebound from failure, which I took here. I took that video right here. Still waiting for Florence. I'm still very grateful. Yesterday, Florence tipped me $50 for my live stream. $50 is like what I make for 1 month of YouTubing, Every day, day and night, I do a live stream, one video, a live stream, one video, a live stream, one video, and all for $50 a month, okay? This is how miserable the income of a YouTuber is. So really, nobody can, like, if you look at YouTuber, you think YouTubers are so free because they make so much money and therefore you want to be a YouTuber. Now I'm telling you, it's not. No YouTubers, unless you're very lucky, maybe you're 1 in a million, but most YouTubers make like $50 to $100 for 5 to 10 years. So that's why you see people like, when you see very, like, especially travel vloggers and travel YouTubers, right? Like living their life, right? Like all we're doing is enjoying coffee in the park on a Wednesday morning where everybody's working. I'm here in the park enjoying a coffee in a nice autumn weather in a nice country, and you think we all make like a stupid amount of money YouTubing right now. All I guarantee 100% of all of these YouTubers, they all have some kind of stable income. Or some kind of residual income doing from other stuff. That YouTubing is never our main income, never. See, there are also other people in the park. This is a very popular park in this area. And honestly, in this mosque premises, including the park, I can feel very, very strong and very strong consecrated energy in this premises. It calms you down. If you just sit here, you feel immediately you feel meditative. Immediately your heart just calms down when you come into this consecrated space here. That all religious and sacred buildings are consecrated with very powerful spiritual and life energy. That's why you see, in the end of the day, it's not about religion. No? Every religion is built around this same thing, which is the spiritual and life energy, the consecrated energy that is crackling in the air. If If you're sensitive enough, you can always feel it. The moment you walk in, you feel the serenity and peace. Yeah, like you walk into any cathedral or mosque, it's the same feeling because it's the same spiritual and same life energy crackling in the air. Immediately you feel serene and calm. Immediately, in this sereneness and calmness, we call it being. You immediately become meditative. This is what meditation is about. A lot of people think meditation is about, oh no, this feeling is meditation. This feeling which gives you a space between your thoughts and the real world, which means a space between your story world and the real world. This space is meditation. This space allows you to keep the story world at a certain distance. You still remember who you are, where you are, what you're doing, but it doesn't affect you because of the peace beyond understanding in the heart. And this is the same peace that all consecrated spaces will give you, be it a mosque, a church, a cathedral, even a Hindu temple, or even a Buddhist temple. All are crackling with the same spiritual and life energy. I can always feel it. I can always feel the energy. Immediately, I can, just sitting here, I feel like I'm soaking in the energy from the mosque already, from Allah. You can call him a lot of names. You can call it Allah, you can call him Yahweh, you can call it anything. Because in the end, it's actually got no name. Hindus call it Shiva. It's got no name actually. It's just an energy. It's just a life and spiritual energy that connects you with the real reason why we're living in the first place. We live to experience life. We don't live to, you know, most of us treat this 80 to 90 years visa tourist visit to Earth, right? Like you're playing an RPG game, no? Like you're trying to build a character, and all your life, every moment of your life, all you're thinking about is this character, but not the life of, that means the person playing the character. You forget the person who is playing the character, which is the real you, but you're just playing an RPG game 24 hours a day, every day of your life, until the very moment you die. You know, like I said in my video that how you know you lived in vain. Only at the moment of death, then you wake up and then you start to realize, shit, I've been playing the RPG character all this while, and I hadn't had time to play me. I haven't had time to experience me yet, and right now I'm going to go. This is the saddest thing to happen to any human being. I'm telling you. It's not about how much, at that moment of time when they are about to die, right? You're not regretting how much you make or not make, you know. You're not regretting if you become a president or a CEO, you know. You're only regretting that all your life you've only been playing an RPG game, a character, a made up character, and never really experienced you, the existential life, who is the person playing the character. Well, very, very quiet today. If there's no chit chat, I'll end in 2 minutes today. Oh, Alfaiz, do you have videos on how to save ourselves from cold? Do you need a video? You just wear this. You just wear this and you save yourself from cold. Oh, if you want more detailed one, okay, Alfaiz, search on my channel for this video called "What Koreans Wear During Winter." Okay, I show where I demonstrate like the definitive winter wear to survive negative 16 degrees Seoul. The way to wear to survive minus 16 to minus 20 degrees. Search for the video on my channel called "What Koreans Wear During Winter." Because winter in Seoul goes down to minus 16 to minus 20 degrees, you know. But it's still not the coldest that I've experienced. The coldest I've experienced is Beijing, where it goes down to minus 25 to minus 30 degrees during winter. Winter is so cold in Beijing that you don't feel cold anymore because you're just numb. NDU. Yes, that video helped a lot when I was in Korea. Oh, you actually followed the advice in the video. Ah, good for you. If you don't wear your long padding plus that and that, you're not gonna survive. Minus 16 degrees in December. Not really. December is minus 10. Minus 16 you get in January. Interestingly, January is the coldest month of any four season countries, typically. Not December. Wow, I see people from the community giving cat food. See, these are just normal everyday people topping up all the cat food around the area. See, the bag she's holding is real cat food, okay? People here in Istanbul don't give leftover food to street animals, okay? They give proper food. See here, cat shelter, community cat shelter. I think is there a cat in there? You see real cat food inside. You see, that's real cat food, no? Yeah, you saw? Real cat food. They don't give leftover food to street animals. They even buy real dog food for the dogs as well. Andy, that was actually the video I get to know of your channel too. Oh, I'm so glad I'm hitting the right keywords. And you see, I really love to make videos which really help people for on and on forever and ever, like not just a one-off kind of video but videos that the advice and the tips continue to be relevant for whoever needs it in the future. So I could be dead tomorrow and still I will feel alive to you guys if you just watch my channel, yeah. And this is why I really love YouTube. For me, YouTube is legacy. See, these days people talk about leaving a legacy. Every day they talk about leaving a legacy. Come on, after you die, honestly, people are just gonna forget you. What legacy? Even kings get forgotten. Okay, can you name all the kings of the of the Qing dynasty? No, you can't even name them. You can't name them all. They get forgotten. Even kings get forgotten. So forget your little legacy things. The only thing to me that really leaves a legacy is a YouTube channel, where if you like put all your life on a YouTube channel, that lasts forever. After you die, your grandchildren, everybody, as long as YouTube continues to exist, of course, they can always go to the channel and I'll be alive in the channel. And people all over the world who don't even know if I'm dead or alive will continue to benefit from all of my advice in the channel. This to me is leaving a legacy. This to me is immortality. This to me is me living forever. So are you motivated to make a YouTube channel yet? This is real legacy. Not whatever company you build, not however much money that you make, not whatever book you wrote. Honestly, if you build a company, by the time you pass it to your children's gonna crash it. You make a lot of money, you pass it on to your children's gonna spend it. You write a book, after you die, nobody's gonna remember your book. Okay, none of those are legacies. This is legacy. Where people, regardless if I'm dead or alive, they will always be able to learn from me. And maybe I'm even already dead, but you guys wouldn't know. You guys will continue to search for useful tips on my channel and learn from me. This is legacy, Wow, so it seems like a very lazy Wednesday morning. Very rainy looking. Yesterday it was raining all throughout the night. So if there's everybody's just watching but nobody's chit-chatting with me. If nobody's chit-chatting, then I'm just gonna end the live stream, because you can't do a coffee chit-chat without chit-chat, right? Nobody's chatting with me today. So boring. And I've already spoken about the mosque, the autumn, and all these things how many times already today. I'm not gonna do it. Even the mosque premise, I walked around twice today already. Oh man. So I'm not gonna do a walk around either. So yeah. Oh, Jitan, good morning. At last, some usual morning names. Okay, I can check chat with you. Really, if you jio your friend go kopitiam to la kopi and your friends all keep quiet, just hear you talk only. Is that a coffee chat? It's not a coffee chit chat. They're here for satsang, satsang. You guys know what is a satsang, satsang. You know, I almost wanted to rename my live stream as Limpeh's morning satsang in Istanbul. Good morning, May. Oh, all the old names. I realized that most of the old names stops coming after about half an hour. Today I'm in a very lovely mosque park here, a park in a mosque, having coffee. So today I'm not at a cafe. In fact, like 2 weeks ago, I was streaming from this cafe, looking at this mosque in the background. I wonder if you guys remember. It's a beautiful, beautiful autumn leaf in a beautiful, beautiful Wednesday morning. To me, this is a great day. To me, this is a beautiful day. I hate sunny days. This is what I call a beautiful day. Why? Because I'm a vampire. And yes, I do play Vampire the Masquerade. Oh, I am a veteran in Vampire the Masquerade, by the way. Been playing it for 20 plus years. Jitan. Sorry, but I usually come late because I'm not always free. Yeah, I know. I'm just joking, G. I really appreciate that every morning, Jitan, May, Andy, you guys are always around. Every single morning. Alfaiz, we feel good to listen to you. Yeah, but if you don't give me something to talk about, I have nothing to talk about. Putting a lot of weight. So far, half an hour here, I spoke about the spiritual energy in a consecrated space like a mosque. I spoke about why the real reason and why I left Singapore and the difference between living overseas and living in Singapore for me. And I spoke about what else? What else did I kind of like I keep thinking, but I forget what I said. You know, I don't know what I said. But these were the two main topics that I touched on today. Why I left Singapore and what's the difference between living overseas and living in Singapore. And second, the spiritual, how you feel the spiritual and life energy in a consecrated space like a mosque and church. Yeah. Jitan, same. I also hate sunny days. I love winter the most because I came from Malaysia, which is very hot. Oh yeah. You know, Jitan, have you watched my video called The Difference Between Overseas Singaporeans and Overseas Malaysian? You should watch that video if you have not. To me, right now, in my head, there's no difference between Singaporean and Malaysian at all. To me, there's no difference in my head between Singapore and Malaysia at all. I've come to a point where Singapore, Malaysia, and somewhat Indonesia is all the same place to me in my mind now, honestly. Same culture, same food, same languages, same areas. Yeah. To me, after 20 years of being overseas and not seeing that difference on the day-to-day basis, right? To me, Malaysia, Singapore and Indonesia are the same thing and the same place. And honestly, Malaysia, Singaporeans and Indonesians to me are the same. Feels exactly the same right now. Same accent, same languages. Oh, and legacy. I need to write this now because I want to write down all these main points in the description later on after the live stream. But I need to remember. I always forget what I spoke of. So I don't know what to write in the description. Okay, let me go through again. Today I spoke about the life and spiritual energy of in a consecrated space like a mosque. I spoke about why the difference for me, what's the difference between living in Singapore and overseas. Third, I spoke about legacy. Okay. I need to remember. Oh, it's beginning to rain. Oh, good morning, Louis. Yeah, Louis comes on around this time after his lessons. Really thank you. Really appreciate that every single morning, topak, yeah, that so steadily. There's nothing I can translate. I can't translate topak in English at all. But so zai. Always every morning I see you guys. I really appreciate it, feels very real to me. You know, yesterday when I was streaming and then the English guy Colin beside me, And then after the stream, he was telling me like, wow, you know, I can't imagine you talking non-stop for 1.5 hours at a phone with nobody actually talking back. Like it must be really hard. Yeah, but to me, it doesn't feel like that, no? It feels like I'm really with friends here. Oh, that's a dog walkers. Yeah, dog walkers here in Istanbul walk at a ridiculous number of dogs. Ah, I should film this guy. Right now, I'm making a video on dog walkers of Istanbul, but it's very hard to make this video. It's so hard to see these dog walkers. Like I don't know what their timing is like. It's like a hit or miss. I come out on the street, I see them, I don't see them, I don't see them. I've been trying to make this video for 3 weeks and it's still not nowhere near being completed. Alfaiz Samurai Adventure. You know, whatever you guys see of me on my social media, YouTube and Instagram, it's only very small part of my adventure so far. You know? Because I only started social media about 5 years ago. Actually, I've been away for 20 years, right? I only started social media 5 years ago. You know? You guys missed 15 years of my really crazy adventures. Those 15 years were crazier than what you see right now. I toned down a lot. I toned down so much. That much I can tell you. I kind of like I toned down my character. I toned down so much over the years. I used to be very young, very explosive, and I used to have quite the temper as well. Louis can write a book already. I don't want to write a book. See, writing a book is, to me, is a waste of time. Because like I said just now, if you want to leave a legacy, a book is a terrible way to leave a legacy. Because after you die, who remember your book? I'd rather put all my content in my YouTube channel, so that henceforth into posterity, henceforth all my descendants will always be able to interact with me long after I'm dead through my YouTube channel. So I would rather put all of my knowledge and experience into my YouTube channel than on a book. A book is no legacy. This is legacy. This is real legacy. This is immortality. To me, YouTube channel is immortality for me, where I will live forever here, where long after I'm dead, people will still be learning from me. If they want to go to Korea, they search on YouTube, I'll come out and give my advice long after I'm dead. This is legacy. This is immortality. Oh, CHT, welcome back. Do you actually plan to move back to Seoul one day? I have no plans for anything, Chi. I have no plan. I didn't even plan to be here in Turkey. And I didn't even plan to be here in Turkey for 1 year. I don't plan anything, Chi. I just flow with life. Wherever life takes me, I go. I have no plan. Usually, how you might be wondering, how can anybody live without a plan? Let me share with you how I came to this. How I came to this way of living is this. Through when I look back on my life, right? I find that most of the time I make a plan, it doesn't happen that way anyways. I find that whatever plans I make, I have to change it 10,000 times, and up to maybe the day before the thing I'm supposed to do, I change the plan. If you make a plan just to change it, and you intend to flow with the changes, which is flowing with life anyways, why make a plan? So, since then, I never make a plan. I don't plan anything in my life. No, I don't. However life flows me, I go. If you ask me what is my most real recent plan, my most real recent plan was right now I should be in Singapore. I should have spent the last 1 year or at least the last 10 months in Singapore. But even that didn't happen. And unexpectedly, I came to Turkey, and unexpectedly I spent 1 whole year here in Turkey. Yeah. None of these are planned. So I don't know. I may not. I don't know. Depends on which direction life pushes me. It's actually raining again right now. But autumn rain is so cool, so chill. Like every speck of the rain feels like crystal, And see, People are coming into the park right now. People are coming here to relax. Oh, and see, very hard to see ladies in hijab here. Very, very, very rare. Very rare to see ladies in hijab. GHD. You know what? Back when you were in Seoul, I was thinking to call you out for a cup of coffee when I happened to be around. Yeah. When I was in Seoul, a lot of people asked me for coffee because a lot of Singaporeans and Malaysians go to Seoul, and almost every month I go out for coffee with 2 or 3 people, and people come from Philippines, come from Singapore, Malaysia just to take photo with my dog. Jitan, do you plan on what videos to make? I don't really plan. I know what video I'm gonna make today based on how I feel in the morning. But I do have a whole list of videos which I have on post-its. I paste it on the TV, but I don't actually look at them. I don't actually look at those. But in the morning when I wake up, I feel like, okay, today I want to share this. Then I do that, and then after that I go home and check on the post-its if it's something I written down. If I did, I cross it out. Yeah, that's how I do my videos. Ever since the first day, ever since all the videos that you guys see me make in Korea, all of them were made the same way. I walk down the street, suddenly I feel like, oh, I want to show you guys this thing, or I want to talk about these things, and then I just do. Yeah, no plans actually. Oh, so many dog walkers today. I'm missing out a lot. Now I know. Okay, what time is this? I need to come tomorrow at this time to video all these dog walkers in this area. Dog walkers come out. Okay, let me check my other phone. What time is this? I need to be here tomorrow at this time to video these dog walkers. Because if not, my dog 10:30 in the morning. Okay, 10:30. If not, my video on dog walkers of Istanbul will never get done. Oh, that's the stray dog of Istanbul. You know the famous street dogs of Istanbul. You get street dogs even in mosque. Yeah, there. Street dogs. You get street dogs even in mosque. Street cats, street dogs in mosque and everywhere, and they don't get chased away. They get fed really well. That's why they're all fat. There, look at that. And you see, always on the left ear there's a tag. All of these street animals are tagged. Okay, they are not like random street animals. All of them are tagged and registered by the state and then let free. So you cannot just bring one of these guys home, because if someone see you walking one of these guys with a leash, right, you're gonna get in trouble. These dogs and cats are public property. Even the cats, right? If you look closely at the cats, one ear will be clipped. Okay, the clipped ear shows that it's been neutered by the state, so it's state property. You cannot just bring these street cats and street dogs home. These are state properties. Very interesting, yeah. Istanbul showed me such very diverse things, like very diverse practices that I don't see in other countries and cities. So different. That's why, over time, when you are like me, if you're like me, you've lived in culturally vastly different countries and cities over a very long period of time, very soon you drop the entire idea what is good, what is bad, what is right, what is wrong, because you start to see that what is good in this country is bad in another country, what is right in this city is wrong in the other city. So in the end, I realized there is no such thing as right or wrong, good or bad. But in all the countries and cities I've ever been to, there's only one standard. There is humanity, not morality. Humanity, not rules. Humanity, not right or wrong, not good or bad. If you have humanity in your heart, you will shine anywhere. You don't have to know the rules at all of any city, as long as you have your humanity shining. That's what I learned throughout my experience of living in so many different places. Louis, state-owned pets, yeah. Louis, amazing. Jitan, Istanbul is a mix of Europe and Asia. Oh yes, even the food. Istanbul food is rice with veggie and meat. It's exactly like Asian style. Alfaiz, do we have pets? I don't have pets anymore, but when I was in Korea, you guys know of my dog, right? Toto. You guys know Toto, my dog? I had for 2 years in Korea. Ever since Toto, I've not had a pet. Yeah, I still miss Toto. Wow, this Limbo has been talking about having a dog though. I don't know. I'm not very sure if I want to get a dog in New York, because I feel like sure as hell New York is not where we'll stay for a very long time. I don't want to have to like move houses with a dog, you know. It's very destructive to the dog. Not to mention that if you move to certain places or states where the animal rules are different, and then you have to go through all the certifications and all the hassle. A lot of hassle generally. Well, such a beautiful morning here in a very peaceful compound, very peaceful mosque compound here. Grandparents walking their grandchildren, playing their grandchildren. Jitan, yeah, I've seen your dog in your videos about Korea. Yeah, that was my last pet. I never had a pet since Toto. Oh, but like, you guys want to know an interesting fact about Toto? That is not my first Toto. Every single dog I've owned for the past 20 years, they are all called Toto. My Korea Toto is, I think, my 4th Toto. Yeah. I have always had a pet. In China, in different every city of China that I've lived in, 5 years in Shanghai, 5 years in Korea, in Beijing, I had different pet dogs. They're all called Totos. And then when I went to Korea, I got myself a new dog, and I call her Toto as well. All my dogs are called Toto. Oh, interesting, huh? This is the untold story about Toto. Well, today's live stream is the cheapest that I've done so far. Just one coffee in a park. The cheapest morning live stream I've done so far. This is episode what, 18? Wow, I've been doing this for 18 days consecutively. Wow, it's quite an achievement, no? It feels like a really long time. It's not easy. 18 days, 18 mornings we're spent with each other. Wow. Thank you guys so much. 52 minutes. Louis, what's the building behind you? I'm in a mosque. This is a mosque. Mosques are called kamis. And this is a mosque with a park. I actually introduced this mosque twice throughout the past hour already. But since we're into the final 8 minutes of today's live stream, so I'm gonna walk the mosque again for you guys. That's why I was talking about spiritual and life energies here, because in this compound you can feel the consecrated. This is definitely a consecrated ground, consecrated space. So in this consecrated space you can feel the life energy and the spiritual energy. Immediately some part of you will come down. Immediately you become meditative. Immediately, this is so beautiful. In fact, I was streaming, if you remember 2 weeks ago, I was streaming in that cafe across the road with this mosque in the background. This mosque looks really beautiful from certain angles. It's so big, it's hard to capture using a mobile phone. See how big the compound here is. And you don't have to be Muslim to come in here, you know. As long as you obey the rules, take off your shoes, don't talk loudly, wash your feet, anyone can go into the mosque here in Istanbul. I'm not sure if it's the same for mosques anywhere else in the world, but at least here in Istanbul, really, mosques are open for anyone, Muslim or not. So beautiful, yeah. I also explained the significance of this tower called minaret. What's the difference between just one minaret and 2 and 4 or 6 minarets? I explained it during the first 15 minutes of the video, so after this streaming you can watch it again. And while you're here, remember to help me by clicking the like button, because YouTube really penalizes streamers big time if you don't have enough likes, you know. It's just when you don't have enough likes, it tells YouTube that you're streaming nonsense. Alfaiz, have you entered mosque? Oh yeah, I entered mosque many times. I've been to many mosques. My Istanbul friends brought me to mosque on the hill, mosque looking at the Bosphorus, incredible mosque, beautiful mosque. I've been inside, yeah. I've been in the Surai. I've been in the prayer rooms as well, yeah. Very beautiful, very serene. And when you get very close to the Surai of the mosque, you really feel the spiritual and life energy crackling, really crackling, so powerful, such powerful consecrated space where you can just sit inside and become meditative straight away. Yeah. And this energy, this meditativeness is the basis of pretty much the real basis of all religion. All religions, however you name God, in the end it's about this energy, this life energy that only if you're, and this consecration. This is why if you go to any consecrated space, mosque or church or temple or Hindu temple, whatever, you will always feel the same thing, that spiritual and life energy crackling in the consecrated grounds and consecrated space. To me, it feels exactly the same, that same energy. And that energy I call God. God is the canvas upon which all of us are merely pictures drawn on it. So we're actually the canvas. We're all pictures on the same canvas, imagining that we're individual people. This is the truth of existence, the way I felt it. So yeah, 56 minutes. Is there any final thing you want to talk to me about? Anyone? Today I'm here at the beautiful Tesvikie Kami mosque with a beautiful park, this beautiful autumn morning, having a coffee in the park in this beautiful weather. Yes, to me beautiful weather means no sun. And really thank you guys for joining me today once again. And Florence, I didn't see you here, kind of miss you. Thank you for your $50 tip yesterday. I'm still reeling in ecstasy. Jitan, have you been to other parts of Turkey? No, never. Too lazy. like I told you, I'm not a traveler. But if Limpeh comes, I think Limpeh will want to go to other parts. So we'll probably go. I'll probably go to other parts. You guys will see me go to other parts with Limpeh when Limpeh comes next month, 100%. I don't think she'll be settled just like me, like sitting like home life. Yeah, home life. I don't think she'll be settled with home life in Istanbul. So probably Izmir, Cappadocia, Bursa, Ankara, Anatolia. I think she will want to cover all these places. I'm not that kind of person. I find it too troublesome and too tiring to run around looking at places, you know. Because in the end of the day, I tell you, most of the locals, they don't go to these places either. Most of the Beijing people most Chinese have never been on the Great Wall. And most Turkey people have never been to this part of Istanbul either. See, only tourists, only silly tourists run around and try to look at everything in a country which the locals themselves are not interested in, honestly. That's why even when I was in Paris, I didn't go to the Eiffel Tower at all. To me, the Eiffel Tower was just this big only. I saw it from like 6 kilometers away, maybe. I didn't even want to go because I know I won't see real Paris people there. Paris people don't go there. Just sabulaji, silly tourists. Yeah, I don't like to be a silly tourist. So yes, it's an hour. So yep, thank you guys so much once again. You know, all the usual names: Jitan, Louis, May, CHT is coming on, but Andy for being the first, Shawn for being the second, Alfaiz. Yeah, and again, Florence, I didn't see you today. Kind of miss you. Thank you again for yesterday's $50 tip. And this is Limpeh in Istanbul. See you guys tomorrow morning. Annyeong.